Okay, so I'm at 4 Garpar Road. This was Yogananda and Vishnu's house where they grew up, and Buddha Bose actually lived here for a little while as well. And this is where it all began. There's an alleyway which we're going to take that goes through and cuts back into the to Ghosh's Yoga College that we'll take on this side over here. Wait a sec. Wrong alley.
One eternity later.
So we're going to go down to the alleyway now. It goes over to Yogananda and Bishnu Ghosh's house. It's basically one of the shortcuts that you find all over the place in Calcutta. I actually wandered around inside this thing knowing there would be one, and then finally found it. I would imagine that Yogananda, Bishnu, Buddha Bose traveled these same pathways quite often to go back and forth between the houses. Bishnu Ghosh's first gymnasium was in 1923, and it was located at 4 Garpar Road. So this is the 100-year centennial of the formation of his gymnasium. Now right here, you can look over here and we can see we're on the back side. This is the red building here. This is actually the yoga college. And we're going to continue on along through here, through the alleyways, to get through to the back way. So 2023 is actually the centennial celebration of this type of therapeutic one-on-one yoga, which Bishnu Ghosh started in 1923, and which is still taught today at the yoga college. In fact, there's I was talking to Ida Jo, and she told me that there is a training this fall. People are welcome to sign up. I think it will be the 4th or the 5th training that happens. Now on the backside here is the levitating yoga that lived here, the levitating yogi. He lived right there. And then through this alleyway to the right is Ghosh's Yoga College. The first thing we're going to try to do is get inside the temple. It used to be Bishnu Ghosh's Biyamgar. On here to the left is where the temple was. Here's a Hanuman figurine that's inside. Kali and Durga. This is the old Biyamgar for Bishnu Ghosh, or Manatosh Roy, Hitan, Bimal Das, Bikram, Mukul Datta. They all came here and worked out. This was their place. And now it's turned into a temple. Now there's some stairs that used to go up from here that would go into the yoga room, which we'll take some look at next. But this was their place. I've seen some photos of them working out in this area. The Ghoshes went into some financial trouble, I think in the late 1960s, and so they sold this property to the neighbors that lived to the side. And they transformed the temple into or transformed the Biyamgar into a temple in Kali. I know. It's a fitting memorial. Next to the Biyamgar, we're here with the Hanuman figurine. You can see he's carrying the earth here. Above. Sanjeev. Wow, it's an amazing one. And in here was the old yoga hall, which we'll go into both of them. Here's a statue of Bishnu Ghosh that was put up by his son. And there's an old jasmine tree here, planted by them. It blooms wonderful flowers. And a Hanuman statue, the base of which uses part of the marble from the old Biyamgar. And these palm trees were planted by Bishnu Ghosh when they first moved here. They're over 80, I think 80 or 100 years old. So back here is the ground floor that used to house a the offices of where Bishnu Ghosh and Vishwanath ran a Japanese association of Calcutta when they made their trips to Tokyo. But now it operates a couple of different businesses, a paper business here, and then actually underneath the place, there's another couple of businesses that are run. There's an elevator back here that was installed by Vishwanath for his mother. And then this area is now a garage, but it was at one point the place where Bishnu Ghosh had his cows. He would have his cows for the students that were not able to afford even basic necessities. So after they worked out in the gymnasium, they would go over there and take milk from the cow. Here's the steps that come up to Ghosh's Yoga College. And the temple that we were just in, the old Dhyamgar, was right here. And there used to be a door that went through here. And then this enters into the yoga hall. There's a little room down here that they would use for payments and such. Hello, how are you? So, let's go in. So we're now inside the gymnasium, which has all these old photos of Vishnu's students and his son doing various feats of strength and yoga postures. And Muktamala. I'm in this photo right here in the first training group. And they've had other ones since then. Hadar, I think this guy's name is, one of my favorites. He went to Japan multiple times. And on this side is the men's side of the yoga, which goes back into here. And Bishnu Ghosh's book of poems, some of which I quote in Calcutta Yoga. And then this goes down into the women's yoga hall. Rajashi is most of the photos that are in that room. Now we're going to enter the women's. There's some residents that are on this side.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is Buddha Bose's old room back in here. And here's one of the photographs that I put inside Calcutta Yoga. Vishnu Yogananda and Sri Krishna. So we're going to enter into the yoga room now. There's a photo of Bikram. You can see all the old students of Vishnu. Here's Buddha Bose. Vishnu Ghosh, Vishwanath, Yogananda, Krishna, Lahiri, Muktamala and her father. There's a famous photograph of Vishnu in Uddiyana. Hader with his sword landing. Sri Yukteswar. Buddha Bose, his famous fig. Bhagavati. The patriarch of all of them, the Kriya master. The training is actually conducted by Muktamala Mitra, who is the granddaughter of Bishnu Ghosh at Ghosh's Yoga College. And I'll leave in the description the links to more information on the training this fall. But as you can see right here, established in 1923. Now, it wasn't established in this building. This building wasn't built until around 1930, but it was on the other side over in Garpar Road, which he started his gymnasium and then moved it to this location, which we gave you a tour of already. And then the yoga college, which was eventually in there. And it was one time called Yoga Cure for quite a while. And then it was the yoga college after that, Ghoshi's Yoga College. All right, I got a real treat for you here. We're in the Jayanti Ma Healthcare place, and this was actually the place where Bishnu Ghosh's weights are stored. Once they tore down the gymnasium, Rupert Mukherjee, the grandson of Gauri Shankar Mukherjee, came and brought the weights here so that they wouldn't be given away or destroyed. So we have Sashi giving the demonstrations from some of the dumbbells that were practiced with by Bishnu Ghosh's students over in the gymnasium that used to be on Garpar Road. We're a ways up further from there into North Calcutta. Here's another old dumbbell. You can see it here. Our barbell. Look at that one, man. So on that one, they would put these huge weights, no doubt. The big barbells would go on the end of those. You can see this old step here. That probably comes from the Biham Bishnu Ghosh's as well. So over here, I think are some of the oldest ones. Look at these dumbbells right there. So people still come here to the gymnasium and work out on a regular basis. Last time I was here, there was 3 or 4 guys that were in here working out. Here's an old push-up bar. That was most definitely in Bishnu Ghosh's gym. You can see how old it is there. And a curl-up bar is here too. I think this, the piece of wood that's on this curl-up bar is really old. Probably Manitosh Roy used it, along with all the other students of Bishnu Ghosh. The machine equipment that's here probably was brought on by Vishwanath. He was more into that. There's some old dumbbells that are here too. So it's a pretty cool old place. It has a lot of memories in these weights and barbells from Bishnu Ghosh's old gym. Some of these might have been collected by him as long as 100 years ago when he lived on Garpar Road, and that's when he started lifting weights over at City College and doing Vyam practice. I love coming up here just for the inspiration of feeling all the vibe of, you know, where they were at what time, what they were working with. So if you get a chance, be sure to come up here if you're in Calcutta to lift some of these old weights by Bishnu.